From Neural Newscast, I'm Oliver Grant.
And I'm Peter Rowan.
Today, Ukraine accepts a White House invitation for a new round of peace negotiations. In Washington, the Senate blocks a funding measure for Homeland Security. We also look at a major policy shift from the Bank of Japan. Additionally, we cover new safety mandates for electric vehicle door handles and the latest results from the Winter Olympics in Italy. Here is what we are watching. President Volodymyr Zelensky has accepted a White House invitation for peace negotiations with Russia. These talks are set to begin on February 17th. This marks the third round of U.S.-brokered discussions aimed at ending the three-year war.
The negotiations are working toward a resolution by June 2026. However, significant territorial disputes remain a central obstacle. President Zelensky has agreed to meet in any location except Moscow. Meanwhile, the Kremlin has indicated that talks should occur soon.
The success of these talks depends on whether international diplomacy can bridge the massive gap regarding security guarantees. This represents a high-stakes test of the new administration's mediation capabilities.
The United States Senate has failed to pass a funding bill for the Department of Homeland Security. This failure risks a partial government shutdown starting this Saturday. Democrats blocked the measure due to concerns over expanded immigration enforcement powers.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem warns that a shutdown could cripple border security operations. Under current contingency plans, approximately 80% of the department's employees would be required to work without pay.
Last-minute negotiations continue in an effort to avoid delays in immigration processing and border screening. This current legislative gridlock mirrors the 35-day shutdown experienced in 2019.
In the global economy, the Bank of Japan is signaling a move toward more aggressive monetary tightening. An executive at Mizuho reports that up to 3 rate hikes could occur throughout the year 2026.
This shift is driven by persistent inflation and a 15% drop in the value of the yen over the last year. Markets now estimate a 60% chance of an initial hike this March.
The normalization of policy follows the end of negative interest rates late last year. This change could have significant ripple effects on global carry trades and emerging markets that rely on cheap yen.
The House of Representatives has passed the Safe Exit Act. This legislation mandates manual releases for all electronic vehicle doors. The bipartisan bill follows several investigations into door system failures, specifically within Tesla vehicles.
The bill addresses reports of at least 20 deaths where electronic handles became inoperable during emergencies. The law would require mechanical backups that are accessible from both the interior and exterior of the vehicle.
Tesla has resisted calls for recalls and maintains that its vehicles meet all safety standards. However, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration continues to investigate door failures in the Model Y and Model 3.
In sports, Italian skier Federica Brignone has won gold in the women's Super G at the Cortina d'Ampezzo Olympics. At age 35, she is now the most decorated Italian alpine skier in history.
American Mikaela Shiffrin finished in 4th place after a mistake late in her run. Meanwhile, teammate Chloe Kim is preparing for a historic attempt at winning 3 consecutive gold medals in the halfpipe.
I'm Oliver Grant.
And I'm Peter Rowan. Thank you for joining us. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.